What up, YouTube? Timus here. Since this month I'm doing my reviews for January films, here's my review for this horror film titled Thief. Now, Thief is a horror film that premiered on January 18th, 2008, and the premise is one of the most weirdest premises you'll ever want to see. Alright, in this film, Jess Wexler, who also appeared in Chapter 2, most recent, plays this character named Dawn, who is this active member of her high school chastity club, and she ends up meeting this this guy named Toby, played by Hale Appleman, and then she takes a course, and the pair answers the course, and they suddenly learn that she is a living example of. I'm just gonna say it right now. She is a living example of the vagina dentata myth, and she ends up learning that she actually has teeth where teeth shouldn't be. Yeah, she has teeth down there. I'm not gonna really repeat it. I don't want my video to get demonetized, but you guys know where. If you guys see the movie, you know where she has his teeth in. She has teeth down there, right? It's a bit of a weird premise, but it works out well. There is a couple of scenes where people ends up doing the deeds with her, and down there their dingling gets bitten, if you will. It's one of the most weirdest premise. It's a weird premise, but this thing works out well. It is very gory. When it gets gory, it gets pretty gory here. It's a very artsy horror film. You also had Josh Pius, who plays the doctor here. It works so well here, and it's lead star Jess Wexler. I thought was super great in this film, and the reviews for this thing wasn't bad either. I'm not even lying. The movie literally has 80% Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 45% audience score. But this movie is not really for everyone. Not everyone is really gonna appreciate this movie. But I've seen it a couple of times, and I really got a kick out of it. It's a very there's stuff in there that takes a grisly turn, and it's intriguing, really cool to watch. Great performances by the cast in this. It's directed by Mitchell Lichtenstein, who I thought did a really decent job here. He's directed other stuff like The Wedding Banquet. It's a shame that he hasn't hardly directed anything else. I mean, he's a pretty decent director. I thought he did a pretty good job with Thief. He's also directed episodes of Law and Order, so there's that. But yeah, this movie it's a really messed up film. But it's really cool. Jess Wexler's character, I guess you could say she has a bit of a Carrie White feel to her. She ends up become a outcast, and she does get bullied a couple times. But she takes a turn when her thing below ends up biting guys' dinglings off. And this thing when it wants to get bloody, it gets bloody. And I mean bloody. So, yeah, if you guys have never really seen Thief, you can actually find it on Tubi TV. It's a really cool horror film. It's not really a horror film that gets talked about, because I guess, the premise, not everyone's really going to even care much for the premise, because it does sound like the premise, I will say, it sounds like a weird premise, but it works out pretty well. And so, yeah, definitely go watch Thief if you guys haven't seen it. I mean, from beginning to end, this thing gets a really crazy turn, but it's really fun and cool to watch. Anyway, let me leave with you guys. Have you ever watched the horror film Thief? If so, what you thought? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Timu signing out.